If you have a guitar player in your life, we are entering the time of the year where he or she is being asked by all the venues that they typically book if they have 3 to 4 hours of Christmas music. And they need some nice things to comfort them in the trying times ahead. So today I've got my holiday gift guide, Best Gifts for Guitarists 2023. Let's check it out. How's it going, guys? My name is Cooper Greenberg. I'm here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. And that is the perfect destination for all of your holiday fun stuff because music makes a great gift to one's self, to one's loved ones. Everybody loves things having to do with music. And if you've got your, I think last year for this video, I said your cousin Greg or somebody in your family or a boyfriend or girlfriend or somebody is out there doing their thing, playing guitar, I'm your source now for what to get that person. Because I have found recently, this is a quick little aside, I watched a video on Business Insider about Martin guitars. All right, and it was, why are Martin guitars so expensive? And I was like, hey, Business Insider, that's our job. Leave the guitar videos to us. But then I saw in that video, they said spruce is typically used for the top and back of the guitar. And this is like a massive channel. This is like somebody who puts out content that's educating people outside of the industry, and that's a falsehood that they're pushing. There's fake news everywhere these days. So what that showed me is even the Business Insiders got no idea what's going on in our world. So we're the guitar insiders over here. Don't trust that there's spruce on the back of a Martin guitar. That blows my mind that that made it past the cut. So for some real information, these are the things that I, as a guitar player, or any of the other folks that work here or that I play music with, this is what we'd be happy with. And I got a pretty good range in here from just your everyday, so like your second cousin's nephew, you need something, you're going to the house, boom, let's get into it. Everybody needs strings all the time. Now, I picked 3 interesting ones. First off, I talked about these last year, Diodario XS. There's a reason why Taylor switched from Elixir over to these. I dig them, I've been using them. These are the lights, phosphor bronze. If you don't know what to get somebody, probably stick with 12 to 53s. That's a good middle of the road. Lights and phosphor bronze, you know, you take your pick between phosphor and 80-20. I think they'll be happy with whatever. But if you need strings for somebody, you want something kind of nice, something in a nice package that looks like a gift, Diodario XS. Now, if you want to go wild with some weird stuff, Martin makes like a luxury string. These are the titanium core. I've only played these on one guitar. I thought they were fine, but this is a $40 set of strings. That's kind of crazy for me, and this is the type of string that I would never buy for myself unless it was, you know, I would never use them unless it was a gift. So I think, you know, you want something fancy, you want to impress your stringed instrument playing friend or family member, get some weird luxury strings, titanium core, they're fine. But if you're not going for titanium core, Martin recently put out the Luxe Covars. Now, again, I mean, this packaging on these, they're wild, all right? The Luxe, that just screams luxury to me. I have tried these, I dig them. I think if you are watching this video and you're already a guitar player and you know everything that I'm talking about, and you like the Martin Retros, these are kind of a kicked up version of the Martin Retros. So maybe try these out, they're cool. But strings, no matter what, whether you're getting regular slinkies or you're getting titanium core, diamond plated strings, that's a nice gift. That's something that's always gonna be used. It's like getting a bottle of olive oil for a cooking friend. They're always gonna need it. Just get extra virgin, you know what I'm saying? And don't get some extra virgin strings. All right, that's the stuff right there. Now, moving on. I also talked about this last year, but I still think it's fantastic, and there's a new little add-on. Mustang Micro, for somebody that, you know, maybe your cousin Greg, maybe your nephew Jimmy, or your great Aunt Bertha, you don't want to hear them play. They probably are getting a new guitar on Christmas, and they're gonna want to play it for everybody, and you want them to keep it to themselves. All right, Mustang Micro, great practice thing, great silencing your son or daughter from practicing sweet picking in their room with the amp blared to 10. Little headphone amp. You plug it in the input jack, you put some headphones in there. It's got Bluetooth, and it's got a bunch of effects and amp simulators and stuff. It's really fun to mess around with. And now you can get a fancy little carrying case for it. So you might as well, if you're gonna get the Mustang Micro, you might as well get a little case, clip it onto your belt. You're going on a hike with your Martin backpacker that you, for some reason, put a pickup into. You got a little carrying case. I think the Mustang Micro is like any person's guitar gift. If they play electric guitar, if they play acoustic guitar, no matter what, this will help them practice silently-ish, and get to mess around with some amps and effects and play stuff through Bluetooth and play along. This is an all-time guitar gift. I think this is really great, and carrying case, it's cool. It's nice to have a little something to protect it. So next, another thing, I'm gonna go through kind of some of the stuff I talked about last year that still stands true. The Cuda Winder. This one is near and dear to our hearts. Last year, when we put this on the video, it was very soon after we started carrying them, and they all sold out, and this was the first thing to sell out from that gift guide video. So we have got a little bit more in stock preparing, because I think this one is great. This is the Cuda Winder. This was invented and really kind of designed and put out to the market by our very own Casey Jones. He is our guitar tech in-house. He is a true master of his craft, and he's a big proponent of making the tools that he needs to do his job better. So this is his thing. And you will notice it's got these notches. If you saw this last year, I'm just gonna go through it again. So you can bring out your end pins with the end of this tool. Then you can set it on the peg on the headstock, and it's got a little notch for each individual string, so you know where to bend it, where to cut it, and you can kind of learn to restring your guitar the same way every single time. It's a great learning tool. It's a great thing for, say, you're getting your daughter some strings, and she has been begging you to take her to Alamo Music every couple of weeks and spend way too much money on getting it restrung in-house. This is what we restring your guitars with, so you might as well get her the tool, and she can learn how to do it, because that's, besides scales and first position chords, restringing your own guitar is probably one of the first things that you should learn when you're picking up guitar, and I don't know of any other tool that's better to learn it with or be able to do it consistently with than the Cuda Winder. We dig them, and we've got them. They come in blue and gray, and I like the gray myself, but it's a great learning tool. Now, there is nothing that Taylor guitar owners like more than having more Taylor guitar things in their house. It's gotta be Taylor. Taylor guys and gals, they want the Taylor polish, the cleaning cloths, the end pins, all that stuff. Taylor has built a lifestyle brand around these guitars, and there is one semi-new thing and one brand new thing that I'm gonna plug in here. One of which being Taylor Sense. This we've talked about on the channel before. It has come in certain guitars that we've got from the Catch event, but it also, we stock these and we do it a lot. This is something that we offer if you're interested. If you want to get a Taylor Sense put into your guitar that doesn't already have one, we'll do it for you. We'll send it out with the Taylor Sense. But it's very, very easy to do at home too. Basically, if you're changing strings, you got the strings off, makes it even easier. Basically what this does, you replace your normal battery pack and input jack with this, and this hooks up to an app on your phone. It'll tell you the health of the guitar with the humidity, and it's just a nice way if you're away from your house and you're like me, you check your front door cameras once every hour to make sure that your house isn't being raided by a SWAT team or on fire or something. This is the Ring doorbell for your guitar. And yeah, It's cool. You hook it up to your phone, you check, make sure that your humidity levels on your GS Mini are all right all day. So there you go. Taylor Sense. Now, today, if this video is coming out on November 15th, Taylor has launched what I believe to be their first secret embargoed accessory. This thing has been under wraps for a bit, and I saw this at the NAMM show. The Beacon is finally out. That's the Beacon right there. Now, this is kind of your all-in-one Taylor's new Fancy Pants tuner, but it's got so much more than that. So, tuner, metronome, timer, countdown. So this is kind of a nice all-in-one tool. Also flashlight. Now, if you were complaining for years that your Snark doesn't have a flashlight on it, welcome to the Beacon game, all right? You got the Beacon, and the flashlight is on here for reasons that I think are explained by being on stage and it's dark and you drop your pick or you need to adjust a pedal. Boom! You got it on the headstock of the guitar. You're already clipped on. Turn your flashlight on. It's great. I think it's kind of cool, but obviously it's a clip-on tuner. It's got a metronome in it. It's got a countdown in there. So it's a good practice tool as well. It's kind of a nice all-in-one that I think some people, you get a metronome tuner combo, but it's one that you got to plug in. You know, there's clip-ons. They got a metronome and a tuner, or just a tuner, but they ain't got no flashlight. All right, so now for your Taylor guy or girl or child, Taylor fans, no matter who they are all the same. They love Taylor stuff. And you know it because we exude that all the time. You finally got a Taylor thing that you can put on the headstock and not have to have a polytune or a Snark, because that's just embarrassing. So you got your Beacon now. That is out today. We got them stocked up for the holidays. Just a couple more things over here that I think for kind of next step deals. I feel like this is partly my responsibility to say something nice about these because I roast them all the time in our videos, but they are pretty cool. Bridge pins are a nice kind of way to change up the look of your guitar. A lot of people, like I mentioned with Taylor, you know, if they got black plastic pins, we sell the ebony ones with, you know, like several packs a day all over the country. Everybody loves the ebony pins. With Martin, you got nice choices. You can switch up the end pins on your guitars, but Martin, Modern Deluxe style, liquid metal pins. If you've got a Martin fan in your life and they want to really change up the game with transference of vibration in their guitar, the liquid metal pins, that's step number one. So maybe get them some Lux Kovar and a little liquid metal pin. It comes in a nice little case. I don't know when you're going to be taking the pins out to put them back in the case, but either way, it comes in a nice presentation. Liquid metal bridge pins, they're cool. I think for Martin nerds, much like Taylor nerds, Martin guys are the same exact way. They like having cool upgrades that Martin makes. So we do have the liquid metal bridge pins. And kind of finally, we don't have, this is a one of one on the teddy bear, but it does have its normal shirt and then one change of outfit. Ted from the Piano Channel made this. So, you know, if you want baby clothes or teddy bear clothes, maybe put it in the comments and like you'll see it on next year's video. But this is just a mascot for today. The last thing, if you really need something that's going to be a total game changer, there's always the pedal route. Now, it's tough because we have people coming in here that always say, I need to get a pedal for a friend of mine, or for my spouse, or for my dad, and I don't know what he already has. What should I get him? And it's tough because you can make assumptions. They've probably got an overdrive. They might have a delay or a reverb pedal. They might have the basics, or they might be a crazy person that's just got 2 metal zones on the pedal board, whatever that may be. It's hard unless you have a picture of their board to say, I know, you know, I'm not going to get a duplicate or I'm not going to get something that's going to be redundant on the board. But a couple things. One, I've talked about this on the channel before. Strymon, everything they make is great, so you can't go wrong with the Strymon pedal. If you know kind of a general idea of what type of music that they play, we can help you find something. But the Deco, I think, is Strymon's most underrated pedal. It's a tape saturation and double tracker. I love this pedal. It's always on my board, and it's got enough of kind of a different vibe to it that I don't think it steps on other stuff. Yes, you got tape saturation, and that can kind of work into a sort of overdrive type tone, but you can dial it into a really nice, just kind of edge of breakup, really nice creamy tone. I love that. It's almost always on at kind of a moderate level. And then the double tracker, kind of this tape sound. You can get slapback, you can do almost this weird kind of tape chorus, flanger type thing. I think this is a severely underrated pedal, and I'm just using it as an excuse to push this again because I really like it, and it's great. But really, for anybody, you can't go wrong with a loop station. Now, there's, I think, 31 flavors of Boss pedals out right now, and there's pretty much nothing bad in there. There's some that get really weird. There's some that are total classics, like DS1 or SD1 or something like that. I really like the new DM101. If you haven't checked that one out, that's fantastic. It's a huge, massive, expansive analog delay kind of thing. Very, very cool, and hopefully we'll get to show it off on the channel soon. But a loop station, whether it's an RC1, RC5, which is what I have right here, all the way up to the newish RC600, that's a massive floor unit. Looper is kind of something that's a safe bet because it's probably not on somebody's main board. Maybe if they're an acoustic performer, yes, they might have a looper, but this really, to me, I use mine for acoustic shows. I have the older RC30. I use it for acoustic shows, but I use it more for when I'm sitting down trying to make new ideas, trying to practice soloing. I think that a looper is one of the rare pedals that actually makes you a better guitar player and doesn't just let you mask your inadequacies like a Metal Zone. Just kidding. But loop station, I think any level of guitar player from beginner to just total mastermind would probably get a great use out of that pedal. And it's just fun to mess around with. It kind of helps change up your practice game, your writing game, and your shows. It's really very versatile. So I think if you're gonna go for a pedal and you have absolutely no idea what kind of thing this guitar player that's hypothetical in my mind would want, loop station's a good call. But be it strings, pedals, nerds for Martin or Taylor, restringing tools that teach you how to do it the right way, or a backhanded gift that will tell somebody, go practice guitar, but I don't want to hear it, or a nice way of saying, bring an amp with you while you're traveling so you don't have to lug something around. Any of this stuff would make me very happy. I like to think that extends to any guitarist out there. Obviously, if you got a bass player in the family, don't get them deluxe Kovars, all right? But, you know, make sure you're getting the right strings for the right instrument, and we can help you do the rest. So feel free to call us. It's the middle of November. You got a little bit of time. We got plenty of time to help you out. So call us. Give us a brief profile of who this person is, and we will do our best to help you find something. However, go to our website. All this stuff will be under the holiday gift guide kind of thing with a few extra things. I think that, you know, we got a lot of good stuff. Plus, if you are just trying to get a guitar for them instead, we can help you with that as well. So let me know what you think. Feel free in the comments if you're heavily opinionated on some great gift that you got as a guitar player at some point. Please share it, because everybody out there is scrambling right now to find their nephew Jimmy the right guitar gift. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great holiday season. We'll be hitting you with, you know, our year-end lists and our normal holiday programming very soon. But I figure this is good to get out there while we still got some time. Try out the Beacon. It's brand new and it's got a flashlight. All right, so how can you beat that? See you next time.